Hey y'all, it's Amber. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Whether you're a first time visitor, returning viewer, subscriber, welcome. I am happy to have you. Welcome to a new direction. Welcome to 2025. Happy New Year. It is just so amazing to have seen another year of life. Welcome. If you are new to my channel, just a little bit of information about me. I am an educator. I'm a teacher by trade. I have taught 10th I have taught 8th grade and I'm currently teaching 2nd grade, but right now I am on maternity leave. And like I said, I'm just excited for a new year. I'm excited for a fresh start. I'm excited for new goals. And this video is going to be different than anything that I've ever done on this channel before. I'm not really liking this angle and I'm not really liking the lighting. So let me adjust y'all and then I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I repositioned you. So I'm going to start with the direction of my channel. Then we're going to get to my vision board because it aligns with why my channel is going to be changing. And then I'm going to share some ways that I am going to hold myself accountable this year, how I am going to keep myself organized, keep myself together, and just keep myself reminded of why I am doing everything that I'm doing throughout the course of this year. Anyway, so if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you click the notification bell so that you can be notified every single time I upload a video, which is going to be pretty regularly and consistently. I've already planned out my content for the month of January, so I'm really excited about it. And it's going to be a mix of lifestyle. So lifestyle is my umbrella, but it's going to be a little bit of education, a little bit of bookish, reading content. It's going to be a little bit about my motherhood journey, just life in general. I am not one-dimensional. I have a lot going on in my life, a lot of transitions taking place in my life at this time. This is the perfect opportunity to just go ahead and explain what the direction of my channel is going to be. So beforehand, I focused a lot on educational videos, which is how I actually got a lot of my subscribers. Thank you to those of you that have been here with me for the past couple, I think maybe 3 years. I've been trying to be active on YouTube. And to those of you that are new to my channel and just joining me, or this is your first time visiting me, I'm grateful for you. I'm happy to see you. I appreciate you. Even you watching my video for 5 seconds is something that I don't take for granted because that's 5 seconds of your time. Because my journey with education is still being written. So there are a lot of uncertainties. There are a lot of unknowns about education. This is my 8th year teaching. I am a veteran. As I shared previously, I taught 10th grade. I taught 8th grade. I'm in 2nd grade. So I have been in both primary and secondary schools. I formerly studied education at Houston Baptist, now known as Houston Christian University. And that is my little fur baby that has just decided to push her way on in. Hello, little girl. Thanks for coming. So I have reached a little bit of a crossroads in my career. I am torn between staying in the classroom. I am a Texas recognized teacher. More specifically, I earned the honorary distinction of being classified as a master teacher in the state of Texas. It is truly a privilege. It is a blessing. It is an honor. It just hasn't been enough to keep me excited about being in the classroom. There are a lot of changes taking place in the field of education. I changed schools this year, and so I've had to adjust to a new principal, new rules, new coworkers, new mindsets. And it's really a lot, and it takes a lot of the fun out of the teaching, a lot of the expectations take the joy out of the teaching, a lot of the laws and regulations that are starting to take place. It takes the fun out of teaching. I still want to stay in a position that has impact on the classroom. I'm just not sure that I want to stay in the classroom. So this year I am going to be exploring administrative roles within my district. I do not want to leave my district at all. I was clear with my principal. We had a meeting before the last day of school in December, and I let her know, like, I am going to be pursuing administrative roles. I'm likely going to be going back to secondary if I do decide to stay in the classroom, and I just don't want her to be blindsided by that. That's where I'm at. There are a couple of options that I can pursue outside of the classroom while I will still have impact on the classroom. I just need to decide whether my time in the classroom is up. I do recognize I can always come back to the classroom at any point. I just don't find the joy in teaching anymore. I've moved grade levels twice, and that has not been enough to reignite the passion the way I once had it. And that's where I'm at. So you're going to witness me on my educational journey as I figure out what the next steps are going to be. That's it on the educational front. There won't really be a lot of educational content until maybe the summertime, because that's when I come alive with the educational content. But that's that. As far as the personal life, I am going to be a mom. That much is clear. I am not going to be a family channel. I am not going to be a motherhood channel. I am not an expert on children. I am not an expert on babies and taking care of newborns. Now, I will share some of my life with my child because I want to document these memories for myself, for my son, for future children that we might have. And I do want to share my experiences because I have been in a very unique position with this high risk pregnancy that I have. And at some point I will sit down and I will explain the entire process of finding out that I was pregnant, my OBGYN experiences that I think I've previously shared on this channel. And if I did, I'll put it in the iCard. Labor and delivery experience, just how it feels to be a new mom, on top of being a new wife, and just navigating motherhood. So I am going to share some of my experiences as far as navigating motherhood, but this is not going to be a mommy channel. This is not going to be a family channel. I am not going to be centering my brand, I guess you can say, around being a mother. Now, what I will be centering my brand around is my life experiences and just being more transparent about some of the things that I go through. I struggle with mental health, and that's not really something that I've talked about a lot. And it stems from, it's been a lifetime, actually. The signs and symptoms have always been there. I've just never gotten formal diagnosis, but I have received formal diagnoses about 3 years ago. And it's something that I'm still working through. It's an ebb and flow. It's a roller coaster. I have good days. I have bad days. I have periods of time where I'm doing fabulous and phenomenal. And then I have periods of time where I'm low. And it's just like, no matter how great things are going in life, it's never enough. So I will be more vocal about some of my mental health and mental wellness experiences and what I do to keep myself going and to deal with so many things while trying to keep myself on the right path and keep myself mentally healthy. So I will be sharing my mental wellness journey. I will also be sharing my reading journeys. I have always been a reader. I will record a video that just shares. I think it's like a newbie book tag I saw. I will be doing that and posting that sometime later in this month. I've always been a reader. Reading is something that I've always been passionate about. It's not necessarily something that I have just lived out loud until recently. And I would say recently, as in like the last few years, I have book videos on my YouTube channel. I might go back and make a playlist out of them. I don't know, but so there's going to be a lot of bookish content. I have book hauls. I have reading challenges that I'm excited to explore. I have great ideas. I have really great ideas. So if you are a reader or you want to become a reader or you know someone who's a reader, like, y'all stick around, stay tuned. I got you. I got you. Okay, so there's also going to be a lot of bookish content, but it has everything to do with the direction that my life is headed. I am also in the middle of planning a very big family vacation with my husband, and I'm excited about that. And I'll talk a little bit more about that once I show you how I'm keeping organized for that. With that being said, I am looking at my vision board on my computer. I am going to pop a copy of it up here. This year, I set a word for the year. Usually I wait until my birthday, and my birthday is the time that I set a word of the year, right? I've never, to my knowledge, set a word of the year starting for January 1st. This year, I made an exception. So for 2025, this is my year of intention. Not making any decisions without thinking things completely through. So with that being said, I am striving for personal growth. How am I going to intentionally grow my mental wellness? How am I going to intentionally be more mindful of my health? How How am I going to intentionally take care of my baby as well as my dog, as well as being a present and helpful wife, life partner, as well as being a present aunt, as well as being a present daughter and cousin and niece. And my family is very close. And so I just want to make sure that as I grow personally, it matches all areas of my life. Speaking of health, I want to make sure that, I bounce back after my baby. I've been small my whole life. And so this is the first time I've just seen myself with a belly, and it is beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but it is also something that I've never seen on myself before. And so I just want to make sure that above all, I feel good, that I look good to myself, that I take care of myself so that I can be here as long as I possibly can for my family, for my son, my husband. And I just want to feel good about myself. When I put on clothes and when I go on my vacation later this year, I just want to feel healthy. I want to be healthy. And there are a lot of health challenges that came to the surface when I found out that I was pregnant and just throughout this pregnancy. And I haven't really taken good care of my health. And so this pregnancy has forced me to understand that I have really, truly neglected my health. And that's not something that can be neglected. That's not something that can be ignored. And it's something that needs to be dealt with intentionally. So going to be focusing on my health, career growth. I've already shared a little bit about my educational journey and where that's going to take me. So I'm not going to spend much time on that. I want to practice self-love. Yes, I understand self-care, but I mean loving myself. I want to go on dates with myself. Okay. I want to have experiences for myself, by myself. And that's not something that I've really taken the time to do. I haven't gone on solo dates. I do have self-care days, but they're few and far in between. And so I want to have more of them. I don't want to lose myself as a mom. And I think I do a pretty good job as a wife, but I definitely don't want to lose myself as a mom. Motherhood. This is new territory for me. Yes, I helped raise my niece from the time she was a week old, but there's a difference between helping to raise and having to raise. And so I just want to navigate this journey, giving myself grace, giving myself patience, giving myself understanding that there is no right or wrong per se way to raise my child. Of course, I'm not going to do anything to harm him, to create barriers for his growth and development. That's pretty clear. But I want to give myself grace because I'm very tough on myself. And I feel like, if he gets sick, that's something I'm going to blame myself for. Or if, somebody gives me criticism and I'm just like, well, dang, I thought I was doing a pretty good job. But, now here somebody else is telling me that this is how they did it. I just want to navigate this motherhood journey my way. So I am going to be having my baby. He is not really going to be spending a lot of time away from me until I am going back to work. I'm just going to have to navigate motherhood. It's going to be tough for me to share my baby boy. It is what it is. We have plans in place. That's something we'll talk about as we get towards the end of my maternity leave. I want to save money. I'm a shopper, y'all. I like to buy books. And I think that that's a great hobby to have. My husband supports me. It's not anything that has posed a problem. However, I want to be more intentional about the books that I purchase. And if there are books that I'm unsure about or books that I could possibly buy and then maybe not want to keep in the future, then perhaps I should just consider checking books out from the library instead. But if it's a book that I feel like I can fall in love with and come back to and things like that, then I will make those conscious purchases. So I just want to be more mindful about how I'm spending my money. I also want to be mindful about saving money. And I want to be mindful about tapping into my creativity. So you see the little picture, read, write, create. I am a reader. Like I said, I'm going to continue to read. I also process my feelings in writing. So I want to do a better job about journaling, sharing my gratitude, and using the planners and the tools that I am about to share with you in just a second. To help me with that writing as well. And then I want to travel, even if I'm not going out of the country. I have no intentions on going out of the country this year, except for Mexico in the summertime. But We'll see. But I just want to travel and have small experiences. There's so much in the state of Texas that I have yet to see that I would love to see with my husband. There are several states that I've never been to that I would love to explore with my husband and my child. And so I just want to have more of those smaller trip experiences, because in 2026 and beyond, we have World Cup, we have all of these things that we are looking to do. And I think that we can still build memories without feeling like we have to keep up with the Joneses, because I see so-and-so going to the Bahamas and so-and-so going to Jamaica and so-and-so doing this and that. Everything works for other people. My kid will not be born with a passport. That is something that I am going to have to get for him. And while I do have every plan and intention on getting him a passport, there are a lot of things that can be done here. And so I just want to make sure that we're prioritizing weekend trips and that we are doing things intentionally as a family, and that my husband and I are taking our time and taking our moments and taking advantage of the villages that we have on both sides of the family here to spend time with one another. We're going to be celebrating our 1-year wedding anniversary, our 3rd year together anniversary in March, and we kind of go back and forth about whether we want to bring our son with us or whether we want it to be something that we're doing independently. But he deferred to me, and I'm going to let him know we're going to do this independently. We're going to have a trip just for us two, and we are going to make sure that we don't become so hyper fixated on being mom and dad that we forget we're husband and wife. Commitments have been made. That's my vision board. So I have the little blurb, as you can see at the bottom. I want to prioritize rest and recovery from having a baby, from the school year. I want to create a daily routine. I am a person that needs routine and consistency, and when my routine is thrown off, my response is not always great. I can be adaptable because I'm an educator. I don't like to be adaptable. I want to set clear boundaries, but not just setting clear boundaries. I want to maintain them. I want to grow my platforms, not only my YouTube channel. I've had a TikTok. Y'all, I don't really fool with the TikTok too much, but I'm going to try this year. I'm going to give it a try. And just really, not for anyone else. I want to post myself more. I want to share more of my life experiences with others, because there's a lot that I endure silently, and I feel like my story can be helpful to others. And that was inspired by one of my sweet friends who has been very intentional about how she shares some of her story and her testimony, and she's just really inspired me to want to do the same. I also want to romanticize small moments. I see these videos where romanticizing my life, and I get these newsletters from the Every Girl, I think is what it's called, and they're just like how to romanticize your life in January or December and all of these things. I just want to romanticize life and just really take the time to be grateful and see the beauty in life. Life is truly beautiful, even when things are ugly and dark. It's beautiful. And then finally, I want to walk by faith and manifest. I believe in the power of manifestation. I have done vision boards for 5 years now, and I was sharing with my husband, every year more and more on my vision board gets accomplished and achieved. And for the last maybe 2 or 3 years, there have only been like 1 or 2 items on my vision board that were not accomplished. And that's just simply because I abandoned the vision. So I am going to work my tail off to make sure that all of these things on this vision board comes to fruition this year, because I have the faith that it can happen, and I'm moving in the direction that I want to go. And I have goals, I have dreams, and I have realistic expectations of what I want my life to look like. And by me living and moving intentionally, I can make them happen. How am I going to do that, you ask? Glad you asked. Me and my planner line up. So first and foremost, I have my book journal. Like I said, I am being more intentional about my books, the books that I read, the books that I buy, how I access these books. I have dusted off my library card. I have some books that I have requested. So I purchased this journal. I can't remember the name of the shop, but I will post it down below. Should be in here somewhere. Yeah, Book Lover Studio Co. I'll post the link down below. And I just added some of my planner stickers to make it a little cute. My ratings. It has the little bookshelf that I need to actually go ahead and start filling in. And then you have the title and review pages, which I'm ready to put in my first review. We have a TBR in the back, read and wrap up, you know, and I'm just excited to have this. I'm excited to memorialize and document and just scrapbook, journal, do all of the things for the books that I'm reading, because that's part of romanticizing my bookish life. I also have this magical trip planner, got it through Etsy from a shop, Mouse and More. And again, I will leave this link down in the description box below. Like I said, I'm in the middle of planning a huge family vacation with my husband, both sides of the family, my family, his family. And I want to keep myself organized. So I got this planner so that I can not only plan out our itinerary with my husband and talk through things of like how we want this experience to be the greatest for our loved ones who have never experienced the magic of Disney before, which we're so excited for them to experience, but also to keep ourselves able to document and have memories of what our experiences was when we were on that trip. And especially because this is the first time we're taking our son and the first time we're going as Disney parents. And so we're just really excited about it. So I'm excited to use this not only as a trip planner, but also as a memory journal for our experience in Disney and our baby experience in the Disney magic and us being able to go as a blended family to Disney. I'm just so excited about it. I'm not going to announce the dates or when it is. It is later on in the year, a few months from now. I am excited about it. We will be vlogging it. We have this significant vision of what we want that vlog to look like, so much so that I'm actually going to be outsourcing it. So just stay tuned for that. Now, as far as personally, I have 2 happy planners that I am going to be using to keep myself organized, and just for my privacy, I am not going to be opening these planners. At some point, I will share some of the things, you know, within the planners with you. Right now, let me just get my thoughts together. Let me get a good system going, and then I'll be able to share. But this is my personal planner where I'm going to just map out my day-to-day life from January to December. This is a 2025 planner. It says trust the timing of your life. And this is how I'm going to keep myself organized as far as appointment, when I'm going back to work, when there are school holidays, when we have trips, when we have different things. This is just my catch-all life planner, and this is a vertical planner, so I will be using this for daily. And when I don't have plans, I do want to do a better job about like going back and journaling my thoughts for the day, journaling some things that I'm grateful for, and just using it not only as a dumping ground for my future plans, but also going back and journaling my past plans. And then this is my social media, motherhood, branding, dream chasing planner. It is all of the above. This is how I'm going to keep myself accountable for living life intentionally, on a more social and professional level. And so I'm really excited about this. I'm still getting together. I'll probably be able to share more by the time I get to February, because it should be more organized and I'll be able to like articulate what my vision for this planner is. But I'm still figuring out that vision, which is another reason why I'm not sharing what's in here. I will leave these linked down below as well. And I'm just really excited about the direction of the channel. I'm really excited about the direction of my life. This is going to be the best year of my life. I'm claiming it now. So if you stuck around, thank you so much. If you have any questions, suggestions, words of wisdom, words of encouragement, anything, I would love for you to share that as a comment below. Not only just to encourage me, but to maybe encourage yourself or encourage someone else who may come across this video. We just want to leave a place better than we found it. Those who know. I want to just leave everybody encouraged. So I am going to start leaving inspirational quotes at the end of my videos. That's something that I've done as a teacher. I would open class with inspirational quotes. For a year, I did nothing but Disney quotes. And that's how we're going to be ending the videos this year. And I'm really excited about it. So I hope that you stick around, stay tuned. Again, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. I also appreciate likes and comments. They help out my channel, give me more exposure. I would greatly appreciate that. And with that being said, I will see you next time for a book haul.